Hi there, this is Melissa from the Los Angeles School of Gymnastics, and I'm here today to show you some things that you can do at home to make sure that your gymnastics is in tip-top shape. So when you're starting any gymnastics routine or any sport at all, you want to make sure you warm up your body properly. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with a cardio workout just to get our heart rates going and our bodies warmed up. So we're going to start with our high knees. So when we're doing our high knees, we're running in place, we're using our arms and getting our knees as high as possible. So when you're doing this at home, count to 15. So I'm going to start my 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Very nice, guys. So from here, we're gonna try to do another exercise you can do. We're gonna do jumping jacks. Okay, so we wanna make sure we're going open and close each time. We're gonna count 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Very nice job, guys. So we want to get our hearts pumping, we want to take deep breaths, making sure we're really getting our bodies moving. So another exercise you can do is what we call windmills. So you're going to stand in a straddle, just like this, arms out to the side, and you're going to do opposite arm and opposite leg. So if I start with my left arm, it's going to touch my right leg here. Then we go up. Then I'll try the other one. So my right arm will touch my left leg. We'll come here. So let's just try a couple. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Good. So from here, now we're going to speed things up a little bit. So we're going to go down, up, up. So try that with me. Down, up, up. One more time. Down, up, up. Now we're going to kick things up to even faster gear. So now we're just going to go faster and faster. So we're going to take it to the next level. Ready? Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. So if you're starting your warm-up, that's another great skill to get your body moving, get your heart rate going, and get everything ready for your gymnastics class. So once we've got our bodies warmed up and ready to go, we're gonna do our seated stretch. So we're gonna start with our pike position. So we're gonna sit down with our feet together, legs straight, toes pointed. We want our arms up, squeezing our ears. So we're gonna reach forward, trying to keep our back straight to the best of our abilities while squeezing our ears. And we're gonna reach forward and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, up. So once you've done this, we're gonna do another version of our pike and we're gonna flex our toes up. So this time our toes are facing up to the ceiling. We're gonna grab our feet, we're gonna lift them up. Try to hold it for just 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Once you've done that, you can let your heels touch the ground, but keep those hands on your toes and try to bend your elbows. You'll feel it stretch right under here. Bend your elbows. Try to get your nose to your knees for 15 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good job. So go ahead and shake out those legs and we can move right into our straddles. So we're going to keep our legs squeezed really tight, our toes pointed, arms up in a V. You're going to wrap and reach. So it's opposite arm and leg again. We're going to look up to the sky for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Again, so if you wrap with your left arm, Then you're going to reach to the left with your right arm up and look up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up to the middle. Good. So this time we're going to reach right down forward. Again, trying to keep our back straight, and we're going to hold it for another 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Good. So we're going to do one more stretch in the middle with our straddles. This time, similar to our pike, we're going to flex our toes up to the ceiling, and we're going to try to keep our knees straight. This time, you can try to put your fingers on your big toe and just lean forward. And again, we hold it for 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job, guys. So from here, we're gonna move into our splits. All right, so we're moving now on to our splits. Now, sometimes splits can seem a little intimidating, but we're gonna break it down, and hopefully this will help you get your splits to the best comfortable place for you. So we're gonna start off with on both of our knees. You're going to put one leg in front. You can choose if you prefer to start with your right or your left, but make sure you do both legs. So we're gonna put that first leg in front and push your knee forward, making sure that your weight is in the center. So we wanna put our hands here with our chest up, and we're just gonna hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're gonna just simply straighten our leg, keeping our back knee on the floor, and just reach forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So this is where it's really important to make sure our bodies are in the correct position. When you slide into a split, your front leg must be straight. Your back leg can bend, but we want to make sure that your back knee is on the floor at all times with your hips facing forward. So all you're gonna do from here with this leg straight is just push that leg out as far as you can into your split, making sure again, weight is in the center, and we're just gonna hold this chest up. Now, you go down as far as you can, whatever works for you, as long as your back knee is under and your front leg is straight, and we're gonna try to hold this for 30 seconds. Once you've done 30 seconds on one leg, we're gonna come on out, and we're gonna do the exact same thing on the other leg. Again, starting with one leg in front, one leg in back, pushing forward into a lunge, preparing for the split. And again, front leg straight, back knee on the floor, and sliding in to the very next split. Weight in the center, chest up, and again, holding for 30 seconds. And that's your guide to getting your right and left leg splits to the best place that's comfortable for you. All right, guys, so now that we have accomplished doing our seated stretches, we've done our straddles, now we're gonna move more into our splits. So we're gonna do our middle split. So in our middle split, we're gonna start in a straddle. So we've all seen this position before, right? So we wanna keep our legs straight and make sure our hips are right in the middle, weight centered in the middle. Hands go down. All you're going to do is keeping your legs as straight as possible, just slide them down. Now the key thing in your middle split is making sure that your hips are aligned with your legs, okay? So we don't want to lean forward or too far backwards. We want to be right in the middle. Then if you go low enough, you can put your elbows down and let your legs slide out more, or you can even lay all the way flat on your belly and bring your legs back when you're done and push up. So we have lots of options on how we can stretch out our middle splits. All right, so we're gonna try our bridge, another one of those skills that we all are loving to do and we need in so many parts of gymnastics. So we're gonna start with our knees up. We can lay down. Our hands go back. Here's the part that can sometimes get tricky. You wanna make sure your hands are flat and your fingers are facing your shoulders. So when you push up, you're able to push your belly all the way up. Now once you're in your bridge, I have some variations. You can lift up one leg and hold. You can lift up the other leg and hold. You can also practice getting your feet together and legs straight. Or you can even just practice rocking back and forth so that we can open our shoulders and work on stretching our shoulders even more. Now, if you already know how to do a bridge and you're comfortable with going back, you can even start from standing as long as you have the proper safety equipment and you are able to do that in a safe manner. Now that we've done our stretching, let's move on to some fun and exciting skills. Let's start with our handstand. So when we're doing a handstand, there's some things that are very important to keep in mind at all times. Number one, make sure your elbows are always straight. No matter what, elbows straight. Also, we want flat hands. If our fingers are not flat, we could injure ourselves that way. So we want to make sure we're being safe always with flat hands. So we're gonna start with just our first step to doing our handstand. We're gonna start in a nice lunge, squeezing our ears, again, elbows straight. And we're just gonna start hands down, back to our lunge, and finish. So I'll show you that again. We're just kicking up, just even half an inch off the floor, just to feel that weight on our arms and know what it feels like. So just a little lunge, finish. Now, once we feel more confident in that, we can move on to the next step. So our next step is just to touch our toes together. So we're gonna start again in our lunge, as always, with nice tight elbows. We're just going to touch our toes, finish our lunge, and complete the handstand. So I'll show you that again. You can kick up as far as you would like or as low to the ground. We just want to focus on feeling what it's like to have our feet touching together in the handstand. So we're squeezing here, touching our toes, lunge, finish. So once we get comfortable with that, we can move on to the next step and really take things all the way. So we're going to squeeze really tight. Now, an important thing when you go all the way up into handstand is to make sure our bellies are squeezed, our legs are squeezed, and that our whole body is squeezing as tight as we can. So we're going to start in our lunge, nice and squeezed. We're going to kick up, lever, lunge, and finish. So I'm going to show you that one more time. Remember, everything squeezed as tight as you can. Everything nice and tight, especially here. So we're lunge, we kick, lunge, and finish. So those are steps you can take at home to make sure you're really perfecting your handstand and you're building on it in the best and safest way possible. Hey guys, so now we're gonna work on our cartwheels. Now cartwheels are one of those skills that sometimes can seem a little intimidating, right? Sometimes seem a little difficult, but I'm gonna help break it down for you so we can start working on the basics and the understanding of what it is to do a cartwheel. So what we're gonna do is you're going to pick one leg and put it in front, one in the back. It could be the hand you write with, or it could be the other hand. It doesn't matter, whatever is most comfortable for you. Pick that leg and put it in front. You can also start sideways. So that's another option that's very helpful to work on. Again, it's up to you which leg you want to have first. So I'm gonna start with sideways, with my left leg in front. So I'm gonna put my left leg down, then my left arm goes down, followed by my right arm. So I'm going to go left hand, right arm. All that's gonna happen is my right leg will go up in the sky, my left leg will come up around it, and behind, and finish. So we're gonna try that again. Now remember, you can use whichever leg you would like, whatever feels most comfortable to you. So I'm gonna start again with my left leg, left arm, right arm. Right leg goes up in the sky, left leg up in the sky, finish. So that would be my cartwheel if I'm doing it on my left leg. So remember, same arm, same leg when you're doing your cartwheel. Now, if we're gonna start facing forward, it's a little trickier, but definitely you can do it. Right leg in front, arms up.
you're going to turn. So this time I'm doing my right leg, right arm, followed by my left arm and my left leg. Then I will kick all the way up and around. So the goal in your cartwheel is to kick all the way up to the ceiling. Okay, so we're going to try that again. So if you're starting facing forward, we turn just a little bit and we kick all the way over, finish our cartwheel. Now, one thing to remember also in your cartwheels when you're doing them is that when you start with one leg in front, the opposite leg finishes. So for example, if I start with my left leg in front, then my right leg will be in front when I finish. If I start with my right leg in front, then my left leg will be in front when I finish. So something to keep in mind as you're practicing your cartwheels.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and going over some of the basic skills, stretches that we can do as we're building our gymnastic skills at home. I look forward to hanging out with you guys again. And in the meantime, keep working on those gymnastic skills, and I will see you again next time.